Sharkie Gamer here. Today I'll be showing you the Thrustmaster Wizzard Pinball controller. So this is basically a pinball controller for your PC. And we'll take a look at the box. Now the box is very nice on its own. And we'll show it like this. Remind you of something? Yeah, it looks like a pinball machine. It's got a screen. It's got looks like a pinball table. It's got even the insert, and it says tilt and flip on each side. So it looks, the box itself looks like a pinball table, which is pretty cool in its own right. It says here that it comes with a game called Royal Flush. And on the back it says easy enough for adults to play, attach to keyboard, connect to game port, play pinball. So as you can see there, you attach it to the side of your keyboard and it gives you flippers. Yeah, so let's open this box and I'll show you what it means. Alright, just so you know, this box opens a bit weirdly because the front bit here comes out along with the back bit. So it's got a really kind of weird flap on it. We'll show you the packaging first, or the stuff you get with it, before we'll show you the actual controller. So this is basically software for the driver as well as the game that comes with it, the Royal Flush. And this, I'll show you that in a second. So it's basically got advertisement for other pinball games and stuff like that, other stuff by Thrustmaster, and a whole lot of other warranty information. Remember, this is the most important bit of it. This is the manual part of it. It's a quick start guide. Tells you a bit about the actual pinball itself. Now, this is mainly basically an older controller, so you can use it with DOS or Windows 3.1, etc., Windows 95, like those kind of things. It really needs low requirements for this thing. Inside it shows you how you can attach it to your keyboard, installation, how you install it, etc., how you put the game, how you implement it in the game, and so forth. And it's got some shortcuts of how you add coins and everything like that using your keyboard as well as the controller. Anyway, so we'll move along now and go ahead and show you the actual controller. Now, bear in mind this is an older controller, so if you're thinking about getting it now, it is fairly old, and it is kind of hard to find. But if you can find it, you usually find a mint, because, yeah, I guess it was like that. So, it's got a game port plug, and it comes with two flippers. And that's what they look like. Round for your hand, and they come with a button. It says Thrustmaster Wizzard Pinball on the side. Yeah, so it's pretty standard. Both of them look the same. As you can see, they look like flippers. And they got one button each. And so now you may ask, how do they work? Well, I've got a keyboard here, so I can demonstrate it first up of basically how they attach. And I've chosen an old keyboard to go with the fact that it's an old controller. So here is one of my very old keyboards that I used to use. As you can see, it's an old Diamond Touch keyboard, and we're going to use this as an example. Now, how this actually worked was these little things are Velcro. I'll get it right. Velcro sticky type things. How it works is you stick some onto the controller and stick onto the keyboard. so that when you fit these, which I'm going to have to undo this cable a bit. When you fitted these underneath here, you could stick them to the actual keyboard so they fitted better. So they were much more secure. And I actually have things up here which I'll just make them flat. Okay? And then you had these either side. Like so. Which I'll just get out of. Zoom back a bit here. Alright, so those held them onto the keyboard. So that when you played, you could quite easily and very stable press the buttons. And also it also picked up nudge, so you could do a table nudge by just pushing the controller. And it would actually pick it up, and because they would be attached to your keyboard, you know, your keyboard would move well, so it would actually pick up pushing the controller as doing a table nudge. And those would be your flippers, your left and right flippers. And you just played pinball. And, you know, it's much more fun of playing with these things than it is playing with, yeah, your standard keyboard and doing things. So, and you can still do, you know, coin and everything on your keyboard as well. So it was perfect at that time to do it as. And now this also can be used with higher. As you can see, this actual keyboard is a bit lower. Some of the other older keyboards are much more up, and they would actually perfectly match along with that. So yeah, this keyboard's probably even a bit too new for this controller actually. But yeah, you can see they work quite nicely, and they're very comfortable to hold. That kind of roundness is just perfect for you to hold and pressure and everything like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And say you didn't want to use the box, you didn't want to use the keyboard at all, and you just wanted to have them on your desk, and you're like, why do I have to use my keyboard? I just really want to just use them. Well, that's what the box is for. Get this keyboard out of the way. Now, earlier, you noted that the box looked like a pinball. Well, guess what? If you didn't want to use your keyboard, you could just stick the controllers to the box. That's right. You could just stick them right to the box. And of course, sticking to the box would look like a real pinball, and you could just play. And you could push and nudge and do all the same thing as normal, so that would be another option as well. And that's what the box looks like a pinball machine for. Even recommends in the manual, if you don't want to stick it to your keyboard, stick it to the box. Voila. Anyway, it's quite a cool and original controller. I mean, there has been a couple of pinball controllers made since, but you know, for a really kind of old controller, it's pretty cool. It simulates pinball, and anyone that really loves pinball and would rather actually feel the button rather than pressing keyboard and that, this is something for them. So it's a pretty awesome piece of gear if you love pinball and that, and you just want to experience it. And you've got a computer that can take a game port, have an old Windows 95 or 98 computer, have a way to do it, get it and play it. I mean, they're pretty awesome. Pretty cool looking things, made by Thrustmaster, so well-known company. And yeah, I think that's about all I can say. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, I'm Sharkie Gamer. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out my other videos. I'll have some more up shortly. And don't forget to subscribe.